Welcome to Talk Unfiltered. This is another episode that's going to be fun, fascinating, and educative. I'm Salimate, your host, with my co-host.
Kelvia. Hi, my
Yeah.
people. Remember, you can find this podcast on Joy News YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts.
And that's on period. So today, we are here to talk about the future of fashion. Is fast fashion going to go away soon, or it will be replaced with ethical options?
Sally,
With me?
Sally, this is your attitude you are giving them. Why? Relax.
So, please. Today we are talking about fashion, please. Don't mind Kelvia. I have a guest here who is going to tell us all about it. And she's a very qualified one.
Hey.
So, yeah, and that's on, period. So, my guest, please, can you introduce yourself and tell us your connection to the fashion industry?
Yeah, hi guys. So I'm Bridget. I'm a fashion enthusiast. I teach fashion illustration sometimes. I design clothes as well. I've worked with a few fashion brands. And yeah, that's it.
That's just it? Yeah. Okay. So, Bridget, let's go straight into our topic. What is fast fashion? And why do you think it's dominating now?
Okay, so to me, I think fast fashion is when fast fashion brands, copy top runway trends and make them with cheap fabrics and then put them out there to retail them. They are dominating right now because they are very cheap. It's a cheaper option as compared to high-end fashion. And it's available everywhere, so everyone can get a fast fashion piece. That is why they are dominating right now.
So what's an example of this fast fashion brands?
Okay, so basically, fast fashion brands, I want to explain something. Yeah. Fast fashion brands are brands that copy the high-end brands. But right now, you will see that there are even lesser brands that are copying the known fast fashion brands. For the known fast fashion brands, we have Zara, H&M, Topshop, Primark, and the rest. They are fast fashion brands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to even ask before we dive into the whole fast fashion, how did you get into the whole fashion thing? Did you know you wanted to be in this industry? Was it from birth, or it just, as you were growing up, it just started?
Okay, so I never wanted to be a fashion designer. I used to create things growing up. My dad would be like, "Oh, go and learn."
So
our parents every day. He was against me creating things. Making things. But I used to sew, make footwears and all of that when I was very small.
Okay.
And my mom was the only one that was supporting me because she used to do tie and dye and all of those kind of things.
Okay.
And after high school, my brother tried to convince me to study fashion, and I gave it a try, which I don't regret. So that was how I got into the fashion space.
Okay, that's very nice. So I would like to know you, Bridget. The fast fashion brands, do you think they are more ethical for us in this space that we are in?
Not at all.
Why?
The fast fashion brands, they use materials that are not environmentally friendly. They are not sustainable at all.
But they are cheap.
Yes, but they are not sustainable. For instance, there are some pieces that you would see today. In the next 2 months, 3 months, they are gone. Because maybe they were created because it's a trend. And once it becomes a fad, no one is wearing it again.
Okay, so when you say it's a trend, am I to blame social media and influencers for that?
Yes. I mean, social media and influencers have influenced.
Because I see someone doing a fashion haul, a Shein fashion haul, and I see some nice clothes and I would want to buy some.
Yeah, you want to buy it because you've seen someone wearing it and you think you need it. But maybe you don't even need it. Maybe in your wardrobe, you don't even have something that you can match with that thing to style it differently for any other event. So you have that single piece standing there just because someone has worn it before, you've seen it and you like it, so you decided to get it.
Oh, okay.
That is not how we are supposed to be buying clothes. We have to be very, very cautious because our choices affect our environment. if we are buying more fast fashion pieces, we are promoting them. That gives them more zeal to produce more.
But what if there's someone who doesn't care about this whole fast fashion? They just want
I
to buy
just want
clothes.
clothes. I
Yes,
just want to
they
wear
don't care.
something.
I get it. But that is where the whole thing about thinking of the environment comes in.
Oh,
The
environment care.
impact. The impact. So the fashion industry contributes a lot when it comes to pollution. The whole global pollution thing.
Okay.
And that is for the fashion industry, but the fast fashion industry contributes more. So we also have to be cautious, because if the environment gets polluted, it will affect us.
Okay.
But we want to wear clothes. So why don't we focus on getting sustainable pieces to build a capsule wardrobe where even if you have a black pants and then you have a white top, you know that if I go and buy a purple top, I can wear it with that black pants that I have, and it will still make sense. And you still have a white top that you can wear with that same pants, and it will still make sense. If that piece is sustainable, you can wear it for a very long time.
I get that too, but then some people, it's their personality that determines what
they wear.
So all this you're saying, they will listen
Yes.
and then it will be like,
So the thing is that getting sustainable pieces doesn't mean that your pieces should be boring.
Okay.
We have a lot of brands, even here in Ghana, that are producing very interesting pieces.
But they're expensive.
yes.
It's expensive, but it's better, because you need, even if you get few of sustainable pieces, you are good to go. But with the fast fashion pieces, with time, you have to leave it. You can't wear them for a very long time.
Okay. And
For example, there was a time that there was this, I think, was it Shakira? That there was this skirt that a lot of people were wearing. Right
Even
now,
the ones
it's
that are
yes,
single,
shaky,
they
shaky.
have-
Right now, they are no more there. You can't wear it. If let's say you had it for like 6 months, you've worn it. After that, you can't wear it again. But there are
But
some
then-
sustainable pieces that you can
But
wear
then
for 2
that's
years.
that's the crazy thing about fashion. Even though you don't wear it now, in a few years,
going to
time,
come back.
It gets recycled.
yes.
So it could come back.
So it comes back.
Yes.
So the thing is, not every trend comes back. There are
Yeah,
some trends
yeah.
that become a fad and they are gone.
Yes.
They don't
yes,
come back.
Yes. Yes.
So
I
how
get
about
you.
that?
Yeah. Okay. I also have a little problem with fast fashion brands.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you girls saw it on TikTok about Shein workers being underpaid.
Underpaid, yes.
They go to work for the whole month and they get just 1 day off.
Yes.
So
Fast fashion brands, they use their workforce. Like
Why is it like that?
they exploit. That is how it is.
So why can't they get more people or find a way to, because if you are abusing your employees, you have unhappy employees.
Yes, but sometimes the employees don't have any choice. They don't have an option, so they would say they will not leave. And they know that very well, so that's what they are playing on. I've worked with a few brands.
Okay.
Some people will
Your
misuse
experience.
you. They will misuse you. They have the money, but they don't want to pay you. They are trying to cut down costs.
So is that something that happens often in the fashion industry?
Yes.
So what do you do in that kind of situation? How do you keep yourself motivated in that kind of situation?
So the thing is, I feel like it's all about mentality. If you think you have the talent and you can do it on your own, then you do your own thing. But if you want to work for someone, then you should be ready to go with whatever rules and regulations they have.
And the people you were working with, were they fast fashion brands
No.
too? So the traditionally ones too?
Yes, the
So
sustainable
you find
brands,
it,
like
you can
the
find it
high-end
anywhere.
brands.
You can find it anywhere.
Yes, that doesn't mean that all the sustainable brands do not pay well. I was working with a brand that was paying very well, but I also work with a brand that wasn't paying well.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes. So I think the individual brands also have, their own aids to deal with. Do you get it? So it's not only the fast fashion brands that do not pay well or that use their workers.
Okay.
Some of the sustainable brands also do that, which is very bad.
Okay. Okay.
So what do you think can be done to improve that?
I know people advocate for these things. People talk about the whole workforce.
People spoke about Shein. We said boycott Shein. And here we are. We
Yes.
always buy it.
Yes, people have been doing that for as long as I can remember, but still, they are still in business.
I think it's a thing where you can, but people still end up buying because that's their go-to
I think it's the affordability of the clothes.
Yes.
Oh, that's very true. That is very true. It's the affordability and the availability. Because let's say you want to buy from high-end brand. Sometimes you have to do consultation, do this, do that before you buy. But if you want to buy from those brands, you don't have to do any of that. You just walk into a shop and buy. Or you order and they ship. It's as simple as that.
But the materials they use are not durable.
Yes, and they are not sustainable. They are not environmentally friendly.
I bought a clothes from one of this fast fashion brands.
Hey.
Tell me why I wore the dress for just one day and the back is torn. I can't do anything
And you
about
can't
it.
fix it.
What is the name of this brand? Let us
Oh,
know.
you
Expose them
people.
today. Expose them today, because how can you buy
Listen,
something and then
How can you buy
Shein, no,
You
Shein. It's in
you
the house. I
see.
can't even wear it.
Charlie,
So
but
that's
you
the
can
thing.
maybe
And
you
you
can
can't-
do
I
some
can't.
sewing.
You see those
or
their
it's
mesh,
that bad.
their mesh tops. Can you sew it?
No.
Use as a rag.
Rag.
That's the problem.
Machine dress, okay? Okay, that's what you're talking
that's
about.
the problem.
You say you can't wait again, so that's the
It's
next
my wardrobe.
solution.
You see,
Use
that's the
clean
problem.
things.
If you had bought something from, let's say, a brand here in Ghana that is very sustainable,
Yes.
maybe there's a way they'll fix that problem for you. Do you get it?
Yes.
But you're buying from and it's a mesh top. Oh, come on. You will just throw it away.
But it's affordable.
It's affordable, yes.
It's affordable, but
And
it's
it's
not
trendy.
durable. See,
But-
you can't
I'm very
wear
sure
it
you would
again.
go. But I'm sure she
Right
would
now, you
still-
don't have it
you would still
anymore.
go and buy it.
Please, I ordered one yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
what did I
God.
say? What did I say?
So if that also gets spoiled, you order another one.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
That is the problem.
No, because in
So-
this case, I see Sally as a dedicated
Yes.
customer.
Why are you supporting them? Right now, it's like you're promoting. You are giving them the zeal to produce more.
Because I don't know the bad effects of it.
But you were talking about how they underpay their workers and all of that.
underpay
Their fabrics are not
Sally is
durable.
one of those
They
people.
are not
She will
environmentally
defend
friendly.
you. She will defend
So
you.
you don't have
and
to
still-
defend them.
No, I really found out about this underpaying workers like some few days ago.
And let me tell you something. Their company, they contribute to their percentage of pollution in the fashion industry is more than any other brand.
Really?
As of last year, yes.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to be supporting them.
Sally is still going to hear this and still going. Sally, you hear all this and still go and buy it.
Let me make your
please.
clothes, okay? They are very affordable.
So as you're saying, they are very affordable. Can you tell us
my
the
pieces are very
process you go
affordable.
through for the traditional clothes, like
Okay.
as compared to the fast fashion brand?
Okay, so you sort fabrics, and so if you're a sustainable brand, you have to make sure that your fabrics are sustainable and they are environmentally friendly.
How do you know that?
Biodegradable.
Yeah, is there
So
an
that
education?
so you have fibers that have the fibers they use to make fabrics and their properties that they have. So if you have silk, it is environmentally friendly. Cotton,
okay.
it is. There damask is, jute is, there are a lot of linen is, there are a lot of fabrics that are environmentally friendly. Then you have the polyester, the nylon, and the rest that are not. So as a sustainable brand, if you are sorting fabrics, you have to look at all these things. And then you sort your fabrics, you do your patterns, then you produce. And if you are producing, you are not mass producing. You are producing, even if you are mass producing, you are using the traditional, the sustainable method. So it means that you are taking everything into consideration. You are checking stitches, you are checking everything, you are making sure that quality control and everything is on point.
Okay.
So you are giving quality to your clients.
So how long is this process?
It depends. It depends on the design.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you ever think fast fashion brands can go away easily?
Not
When you
easily.
have-
doubt
they
so.
having a client like me.
I doubt.
You've answered your own question. I don't
No.
think so.
No, Sally, but you're not being fair.
No,
oh.
but you know now H&M and Zara, they've like
Yes.
they are already selling and then resewing some of their old used clothes. So all of the other fast brands can change and be like them.
Unfortunately, not all of them want to be like them. They don't want to do better. Most of them don't. And you know the annoying part?
No.
The brands, the fast fashion brands, the lesser ones that are copying Zara and the rest. Tell me why I go to buy something and I see Zaza written on it.
This one, they have experienced it too. I've experienced
It's out there. You see Adidas and you see something like Abby Base. What?
Yes, so
Yes,
And
yes.
they are all fast fashion
yes,
brands.
Yes, yes.
I get
It's
that.
crazy.
But if that's what you can afford,
So can the sustainable ones, can they be made more like affordable? Or because you post source the fabrics and the rest, so at least cost cause.
They are affordable choices. So mostly, do you know what the brands do? They are selling the brand to you. They are not selling the product.
Okay.
So it depends on where the brand is. So you can get a piece from someone and it will be 100 cedis. You can get that same piece from 5 other people and you have 5 different prices. So it's all about the brand.
Branding. So
Yeah.
branding comes
Branding
in.
is also
Branding
part of
comes
the
in. It's a
whole-
very, very
I think that's
vital.
also a very big aspect of
Yeah.
a whole business.
Yeah.
The branding.
So some brands, most of the big brands don't sell the piece to you. They are selling the brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So remember, you can find this podcast on
Join
YouTube.
Sally, please. Please. You can find this podcast on Join News YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah, so me, this whole fast and sustainable,
Yeah.
I'll say I don't care.
Why?
Why not? You should care.
For me, clothes is clothes. If it's fast, it is sustainable.
And also fast and slow.
Fast and slow.
Slow fashion is the best. Trust me.
I don't care which one is the best.
Slow
It's
fashion
what
is the
looks good
best.
on me. If I buy fast fashion clothes,
Yes.
it looks
Yes.
good.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it. If I
Yes.
buy sustainable
Yes.
stuff, I'll even mix the combo.
I think that's
it's
what
even
I
shocking.
do.
That's the best combo.
So, okay. Let's look at it this way. So we have some fast fashion brands like Zara and the rest trying to move,
H&M,
become
yeah.
a bit sustainable. So I think if you're buying from these people, that is fair. But if you're buying from the people that are trying to imitate those other ones, I don't think you are doing the world, in the earth any good. Because
The way
They-
British, this whole distinction trying to
Yes.
make us feel guilty.
no,
Yes.
She
me,
won't succeed.
I'm for sustainability and for the environment. Because tell me why your production process is causing so much harm
We get
to people and the environment. It's not supposed to be like that.
But we want to
Sally
look
is-
And
classy.
it's not like they are
Please,
working on
please.
it. So if you are buying from them, you are supporting them, which is bad. Sally,
I'm telling you, this
you have
thing
to
you're
send and
saying,
you leave.
Sally is hearing it, and then after
Oh,
this, she
I'm
will-
taking the advice. Please, viewers, you have to take the advice like I'm taking right now. I've stopped buying from
You
fast
go-
fashion brands that don't help us save the earth.
Sally's lying.
It's true.
I cannot testify.
Please, I'll not wear them to work again.
Another episode when I come and I'm here with Sally, I'll tell you the truth. She's lying.
So
And I'll
do we
show
know
you.
how to know if something is sustainable? If
Yeah.
you're buying an outfit, how would you know if it's sustainable or not?
You just told us about
You told us
the
to look at the
type of
the
fabric that's
How would you
being
know the
used.
type of fabric? Do you know
We-
the
we are not-
properties of the fabrics?
Please
So
educate
please
us.
Yes.
do well to check the labels of your clothes when you're
Okay.
buying them,
Okay.
because they have all the information in there.
Okay. What about those of us that buy like fabrics from outside and then get them done by someone?
You're
How do
not-
we know that
So that means
someone-
you're not buying from a fast fashion brand, right?
No, because
So-
we want to go back to the traditional method.
So that means it's sustainable.
Yes. So why don't you make your designer sort the fabrics for you?
Oh no, sometimes I want to go to Accra myself. I want to buy it and go and give to my designer.
Okay, so ask your designer that I want to make this. What fabric do you think is suitable? And then the designer will help you understand what you should buy. Like, then you go and then you tell them
You
this
go
is
and
what
buy
I
it,
want
and
to
then
buy.
they take a billion years to make the clothes.
No,
Thank
please.
you.
Not all designers do
A
that.
billion years.
Not all designers do that. I'm a designer, and not all designers do that.
But
Some
no,
of us
let's
don't
talk
do
about
that.
why do some of them do that? If you say you don't do that, why are you people like that? Why your colleagues
Yes,
like
because
that?
I'm sure that's why we go to fast fashion brands, because I can come and buy I want to sew a dress.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take 3 months. I order from Shein. 2 days.
You go that 3 months, you keep going there. They'll give
Sally,
you excuse.
are you willing to pay for express? So the thing is that
Oh, you brought the matter.
So the thing is that with sustainable brands here, if it's a ready to wear brand and then you can walk in and pick the piece and pay, that is fine. But if you are ordering, sometimes it takes time. So maybe I'll say, oh, I'll be able to finish this in a week, and I'll charge you the normal price. But if I'm supposed to do it within 2 days, then I'll have to charge you extra because that is express. Do you understand?
Please,
A
1
week
week,
turns a month. I'm rich. See,
Relax. We are not all the same, okay? There are people who do
but
that,
like when you
and
get
then there are people who do
10
not
people,
do that.
10 people. Out of the 10, there's only one person that's
How many people have done that to you?
Oh,
my whole
Sally,
life.
be
uncountable.
honest. Be honest.
Uncountable, please.
My whole life they've been doing it to me, so
Your
I don't
whole
trust.
life?
Yes.
I don't think that's true.
Hey,
Oh,
Then you're not lucky.
it feels
Sorry
like
about that.
even me, there was this event I had to go to. I took this cloth saying I want it like done in a week's time. Sally, I went.
And the person
I
didn't
had
make
to
it
go
for you.
and improvise.
Sorry about that.
sorry.
Next time, come to me.
We'll come to you.
Good.
And if you disappoint,
I
the
won't
whole
disappoint you.
show will hear of you
Yes.
again on Talk
I won't disappoint you.
Unfiltered.
Don't worry. I'm sure
Wait,
they'll
go
even
there.
they'll even
Please,
they'll
Expose
even-
101, Bridget. Very soon, I'll premiere.
I'll
it.
be very careful. I'll do right by you.
Okay. So, our fast fashion brands, do you think that one way or the other, they are helping us? Yes, as a designer, tell us.
This is a tough question. I would say yes and I would say no.
Explain.
Okay. Okay, so they are not entirely bad because let's say you need something urgently to wear, a basic black top, white top, something, a pants, you are going somewhere. You can't, maybe you can get a sustainable clothing store around, but you may not have the amount of money that you need to get that on you. You would have to go for the fast fashion option.
Yes.
So with that, I don't think it's bad. And I also don't think that they are bad because those that are leaning towards sustainability are doing very well. So with that, we can patronize them. And where they are not doing well is the fact that they exploit their workers. They make them do more things and pay
And
them
the
less.
pollution,
And
polluting
they
our
also
air.
cause a lot of pollution. So yeah, that is my answer for that.
That's your answer.
That's what I think.
Oh, okay, that's what you think. So, do you have any last advice or
Yes.
something to us?
Yes. I would advise that we move towards sustainability and we should also focus on building a capsule wardrobe. So a capsule wardrobe is
I was coming to ask what is that?
the
Because
kind
you
of
say that.
the kind of wardrobe that you build where you have different pieces that you can mismatch, style differently together, and they also make sense. So maybe you have to buy few clothes you have to buy a few clothes that you can style together instead of buying a lot.
And are they costly?
Yeah, so if you are trying to build a capsule wardrobe, I advise that you buy sustainable pieces because you'll be wearing them for a long time.
Okay.
But if it's someone that doesn't want to wear stuff the same, like
I don't want to repeat clothes.
That's why it has to be a capsule wardrobe. So people will not even notice. A lot of people will not notice.
are you sure they don't notice?
If I wear this
my
top,
eyes can
if I wear
notice,
this and this right now, and I go home and I'm going somewhere, and then I wear pants and then I wear a blazer over this, you will not know.
Okay.
I get
Okay.
it.
Do you get it?
Yes.
So that's what it means if you have a capsule wardrobe. You have different things that you can mismatch and they also make sense. So I think we should all do that. And then also, if you are buying clothes, let's read the labels. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bridget.
Remember, read the words.
Labels, please.
Yes.
So, all too soon, we've come to the end of another exciting episode.
Yeah.
Catch you same time next week.
Sally, why are you in a hurry? You don't even want to tell them where they can find the podcast.
You
are running.
I'm saving the best
Why
for
are
the
you-
last.
Don't you want them to hear the good news?
I'm saving the best for the last.
Leave there, you're an enemy. Anyways, you can find this podcast See, you've killed me. You can find this podcast on Joy News YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or Google. podcast.
Podcast.